BiomedRx Optimum Woman is the only woman's high-potency full-spectrum multiple vitamin supplement to contain 56 nutrients, including those most important for today's woman, such as calcium for bone health, iron for healthy red blood cells, beta-carotene, biotin for nail and hair health, gamma-linoleic acid from evening primrose oil, octasanol, grapeseed extract, a potent antioxidant important for maintaining capillary strength, and vegetarian digestive enzymes. Visit www.biomedrxsupplements.com.
Gold label quality BiomedRx CBD oil is made from organic hemp that is locally grown, glyphosate-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, homogenized, third-party tested, and CO2 extracted. Visit www.biomedrxcbd.com.
Hi, this is Devin Lockett, the president of JobSite Route. As the son of a general contractor, I know how difficult it can be to get good food on the job site. And letting your construction workers leave the job site to buy lunch just takes valuable time away from them being on the site. I've developed an app and a program that will bring a steady stream of food trucks to your job sites every month for the low price of only $100 per month per site. That comes up to about $3 per day to have a steady stream of food trucks coming to your job sites all day, every working day. You can also contact the food trucks ahead of time and pre-order your food from the menu on our app. This saves valuable time for your construction workers and for you. It also sends a variety of delicious food served on Southern California food trucks to your job sites all day. When you think about it, it only makes sense to join the JobSite Route Network. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? You see I have my news background behind me, my world globe. We live in a changing world today, a very changing, rapidly changing world today. And I want to try to stay on top. Now, personally, I'm unplugged. which is to say, I don't plug into the news. I don't plug into the zeitgeist. Try to stay disconnected to protect my own peace of mind. But times like now, we have to go directly to the source. We're going to go directly to Reuters, and I want to review a few things that are happening in the world. Things are changing in this world rapidly, all over, all around us, and there's not really much we can do about it, but just kind of roll with it, I guess. And so I want to review some of the things that are happening in the world and kind of give my opinion. Thank you for joining, everyone. I really appreciate it. Let's go to scene 2. All right. Okay, now I hope everybody can see this clearly. All right, we're just going straight to Reuters. Reuters is the primary news source that feeds to all the other news sources, all the other news channels and newspapers and everything else. So let's just get the bullshit straight from the bull's ass, so to speak. So we're going to go over this Reuters. Boris Johnson quits as the UK Prime Minister, dragged down by scandals. That's terrible. They're giving Boris Johnson the old Donald Trump treatment. And, he's been playing himself as the British Trump ever since Trump first got into office. So that doesn't really surprise me. What can you say, right?
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you. It is clearly now the will of the Parliamentary Conservative Party that there should be a new leader of that party and therefore a new Prime Minister.
And I agree with Sir Graham Brady, the chairman of our backbench MPs, that the process of choosing that new leader should begin now. And the timetable will be announced next week. And I've today appointed a cabinet to serve, as I will, until a new leader is in place.
Fair use.
So I want to say to the millions of people who voted for us in 2019, many of them voting Conservative for the first time, thank you for that incredible mandate, the biggest Conservative majority since 1987, the biggest share of the vote since 1979. And to you, the British public, I know that there will be many people who are relieved, and perhaps quite a few who will also be disappointed. And I want you to know how sad I am to be giving up the best job in the world. But them's the breaks. I've travelled to every part of the United Kingdom, and in addition to the beauty of our natural world, I found so many people possessed of such boundless British originality and so willing to tackle old problems in new ways, that I know that even if things can sometimes seem dark now, our future together is gold. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Well, I guess that's all we're going to hear from my man Boris, and it is what it is. This is interesting. Reuters won't let you click back. Very interesting. How about if we just do it this way? Interesting. Now, here we are back to the world. DeSantis, I think there's a video here too, right? No, there isn't. DeSantis social media ads signal a possible White House run. Okay, so DeSantis is going to run for the White House. I think a lot of people already expected that, and a lot of people Some people are hoping that he's Trump light or Trump polite, or maybe even Trump on steroids. Who knows, right? But there is definitely a swing in the rightward direction. Now let's talk about my sister here. WNBA star Brittany Griner admits Russian drugs charge, but denies intent. Wow. I think she had, some stizzies or something in her bag? Some cartridges with hemp oil in it, which is tragic because I sell hemp oil, BiomedRx CBD. U.S. basketball. Okay, let's see. Okay. Wow, no windows. They transport you in a box. Russians do not play with prisoners. Two-headed eagle. You're the president, think I'm playing with you. Think I'm playing. Well, okay. Let's read this. KHIMKI, Russia, July 7th. Today. Reuters. U.S. basketball star Brittany Griner pleaded guilty to a drugs charge in a Russian court on Thursday, but denied she had intentionally broken the law. Griner was speaking at the second hearing of her trial on the narcotics charge that carries a sentence of up to 10 years in prison, days after she urged U.S. President Joe Biden to secure her release. I'd like to plead guilty, Your Honor, but there was no intent. I didn't want to break the law, Griner said, speaking quietly in English. Was then translated into Russian for the court. Wow. Okay. She's got the Crenshaw Blood t-shirt on. Goodness. U.S. basketball, Brittany Griner returned to a Russian court Thursday for a second hearing on her trial on her drug charges that could see her sentenced up to 10 years in prison. The 31-year-old was charged with intentionally importing narcotics into Russia. She was detained in February at Moscow's Sheremetyevo airport with vape cartridges containing hashish oil, a substance illegal in the country, and has been kept in custody since. Vape cartridges, that's kind of, it isn't like she brought a bag of weed or something like that, or a bag of drugs. But I mean, she should have also realized that vape cartridges do contain THC. She has not yet entered a plea in the trial, which began last week. Griner arrived in court shortly after 1500 Moscow time, 1200 GMT, on Thursday, wearing red trousers and a red t-shirt. A Reuters journalist at the courtroom reported. In a handwritten note, Griner appeared to Biden directly earlier this week to step up U.S. efforts to bring her home. I realize you are dealing with so much, but please don't forget about me and the other American detainees, Griner wrote. Please do all you can to bring us home. Biden spoke to Griner's wife on Wednesday, telling her he was working to have her released as soon as possible. The White House said the U.S. officials and many athletes have called for the release of Griner, or BG as she is known to basketball fans,
who they say has been wrongfully detained. Griner's detention also prompted concerns that Moscow could use the two-time Olympic gold medalist to negotiate the release of a high-profile Russian citizen in U.S. custody. Russian authorities say there is no basis to consider Griner's detention illegal and that the case against her is not political, despite Moscow's fraught relations with the United States over Russian military intervention in Ukraine. Moscow's Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov said on Thursday that it was difficult to exchange prisoners with the United States and suggested Washington stop talking about the fate of Griner. Wow. Griner, a center of the Phoenix Mercury and the Women's National Basketball Association, had played for UMMC Ekaterinburg in Russia's Women's Basketball Premier League to boost her income during the WNBA offseason, like several other U.S. players. But baby, you don't bring your dope overseas. The Russian Foreign Ministry has said Griner could appeal her sentence or apply for clemency once a verdict has been delivered. 10 years of your life, man. That's a chunk of time. That's not a joke. That is not a joke. Okay, so we're going to come back to this article and finish.
Even superheroes and supermodels need a daily dose of nutrients to help make life more super. BiomedRx Supplements is making it easy to get exactly what you need. From kids to seniors, they've got something for everyone.
I'd like to give my
pretty cool, right?
Later. I need more time to prepare. The next trip here is scheduled for July 14th. Griner's lawyer, Alexander Boykov, told reporters they were hoping for the most lenient sentencing possible. The two-time Olympic gold medalist was detained in February at Moscow's Sheremetyevo airport with vape cartridges containing hashish oil, which is illegal in Russia and has been kept in custody since. In a handwritten note, she appealed to Biden directly earlier this week to step up U.S. efforts to bring her home. I realize you're dealing with so much, but please don't forget about me and the other American detainees, Griner wrote. Please do all you can to bring us home. Wow. Yeah, so here we are. We will not relent until Brittany, Paul, Whelan, and other wrongfully detained Americans are reunited with their loved ones, he tweeted. Who is this? Officials from the U.S. Embassy in Moscow attended Griner's trial and delivered a letter to her from Biden. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said, wow, we will not relent until Brittany, Paul, Whelan, and all other wrongfully detained Americans are reunited with their loved ones, he tweeted, referring to former U.S. Marine Whelan, who has been imprisoned in Russia since 2018 on espionage charges. Man. Woo. You know, I like to use the old passport. I like to travel, but you got to be very careful. You have to know how to conduct yourself in foreign countries, man. You have to understand that people have their eyes on you, especially with the way politics in the world are today. This is crazy. Bargaining chip. U.S. officials and many athletes have called for the release of Griner, or BG, as she is known, to basketball fans, who they say has been wrongfully detained. Her case has also prompted concerns that Moscow could use it as leverage to negotiate the release of a high-profile Russian citizen in U.S. custody. Swap them all. Russian authorities say there is no basis to consider Griner's detention illegal and that the case against her is not political, despite Moscow's fraught relations with the United States over Russian military intervention in Ukraine. Moscow's Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov said on Thursday that it was difficult to exchange prisoners with the United States and suggested Washington stop talking about the fate of Griner. Asked about Ryabkov's remarks, the State Department said it would not comment on speculation. Using the practice of wrongful detention as a bargaining chip represents a threat to the safety of everyone traveling, working, and living abroad. That's right. That's right. That's right. The United States opposes this practice everywhere, a State Department spokesman said. Griner, a center for the Phoenix Mercury and the Women's National Basketball Association had played UMMC Echoing. We already know that. Wow. So here we are, man. Don't bring your dope when you go overseas. Can you please refrain from putting your cartridges in the package and everything? I can totally understand if it wasn't innocent mistake. It may have been an innocent mistake. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Arizona's the next state over, but I don't know what their marijuana laws are. I know it's very likely if a person is a Californian and living here in Southern California that they're likely to go ahead and, be comfortable with their drug paraphernalia. Ukraine raises flag on recaptured island but loses key supporter in UK's Johnson. Oh, man. U.S. weekly jobless claims increase. Layoffs hit 16-month high in June. We have to look at this. U.S. labor market starts to cool as weekly jobless claims increase. Claims rise. Layoffs surge. That sucks. This is terrible. Okay? This is terrible, I tell you. All right. Weekly jobless claims increase 4,000 to 235,000. Continuing claims advance 51,000. Wow. Announced job cuts jump 57%. Trade deficit narrows 1.3%. The number of Americans filing new claims for unemployment unexpectedly rose last week. Well, there's a lot of talk about a pending recession, to be honest. And, I don't know. I mean, what are we going to do about it? Here we are in the world, and yes, here we are with a changing political climate. What can we really do? But what I do ask is that everyone be very careful out there, because right now, because of the political climate that we're in, we are also in an environment where we are likely to suffer more random acts of violence in public acts of violence or public shootings or whatever. Knock on wood, and God forbid, but we have to be prepared and we have to be wise. We have a lot of really controversial, I guess you could say, or critical political issues on the table right now. And I don't want to see anyone get caught up in any unnecessary violence based on some political ideology that people are trying to promote at this particular time. But I just wanted to go over a few things, a few regular Reuters news items. I didn't really want to get into WorldStar. Sometimes I'll open the browser. Well, maybe let's check it out. Sometimes I'll go to WorldStar Hip Hop and see what's happening, see what's going on. Fair use. Yeah, I mean, a lot of news. I mean, a lot of crap. Wow, what a tragedy. And that's what your people consider news. World star hip hop. Okay, so yeah, here we are, man. Here we are. Incredible. Nothing necessarily newsworthy on World Star. I have to be there. I have to be honest with you. You kind of, I saved you by not letting you see that. So cool. Well, thank you for joining me. Just as another awakening of this channel. I'm going to be going live later on today from the biomagnetic pair therapy studio here in the BiomedRx Health Center. As a matter of fact, I might take you there now. Let's see. Now here is the biomagnetic pair therapy studio here at the BiomedRx Health Center. I'm going to be doing demonstrations in biomagnetic pair therapy, practicums, as soon as my model shows up. I think my model today is going to be my son. I didn't schedule any other models. If you would like to model for me here at the BiomedRx Health Center, if you would like to get free biomagnetic pair therapy, just inbox me. Feel free to contact me. Contact me at info@biomedrx.com or info@biomedrx.tv, and we can work something out, right? We can work something out. These are biomagnetic pair therapy magnets. They're polarized. The positive pole is marked in red. The negative pole, or the north pole, is marked in black. We apply these magnets to different parts of your body in order to help the body release pathogens such as viri, bacteria, fungi, and parasites. So I like to teach on my channel. I like to give people an opportunity to learn how to heal themselves and how to heal their loved ones using magnets, because yes, magnets do heal. Okay, the positive pole of a magnet is good for raising tension and acidity, or lowering the pH, and the negative pole of the magnet is great for lowering tension and raising the pH, or raising the alkalinity of an area of the body. So I do a lot of teaching and training using biomagnetic pairs. We also do a lot of therapy on the brain. We do a lot of neurofeedback and cranial electrotherapy stimulation, audio-visual brain entrainment, and even hypnotherapy. So if you're suffering from anxiety, stress, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, autism, ADD, ADHD, which is essentially boredom, insomnia, bruxism, alcoholism, addiction, give me a call. Contact us here at the BiomedRx Health Center, because this is what we do, right? We have high-tech holistic remedies and therapies for whatever you got going. Also, remember to subscribe to the BiomedRx TV channel. Okay. Wow, that was interesting when my camera kind of froze there. See about doing something about that. But thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Stay kind, like I always say, because kind is not only the new sexy, kind is the only sexy. Stay blessed and stay healthy. Thank you for watching. Peace.
Gold label quality BiomedRx CBD oil is made from organic hemp that is locally grown, glyphosate-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, homogenized, third-party tested, and CO2 extracted. Visit www.biomedrxcbd.com.
BiomedRx Optimum Woman is the only woman's high-potency full-spectrum multiple vitamin supplement to contain 56 nutrients, including those most important for today's woman, such as calcium for bone health, iron for healthy red blood cells, beta-carotene, biotin for nail and hair health, gamma-linoleic acid from evening primrose oil, octasanol, grapeseed extract, a potent antioxidant important for maintaining capillary strength, and vegetarian digestive enzymes. Visit www.biomedrxsupplements.com.